Hello, everyone. Pastor Padron here, and today I have a tin of Fires on the Levee,
Bruh.
the latest small batch release from Cornell and Diehl. This is a brand new small batch. It's never been released before. Let's read what's on the back of the tin. It says, for centuries, Christmas Eve bonfires have blazed along the Mississippi in Louisiana's river parishes, the tall pyramid pyres lighting the way for Papa Noel. That's Father Christmas. This meticulous small batch blend smolders with similar depth, featuring a selection of naturally sweet top tier Virginia grades anchored by the rich stone fruit character of pure St. James Perique and woody campfire notes from two superlative dark fired Kentucky grades. You can see that's what the artwork depicts on the tins. Is the fires that are along the levees there, and on the other side of the tin, it tells you exactly what the components are, at least the ones that they are letting you know. Red Virginia from 2003, dark fired Kentucky uh, that goes from 2015 to 2021. Bright Virginia's from 2023, Brazilian Dark Virginia from 2023, and St. James Parish Perique. Let's open this up and find out what's inside. Mm. Very sweet, fruity, earthy. Definitely get those stone fruit notes, some brown sugar kind of sweetness. Um, there's what it looks like on the inside there. Look at those beautiful flakes. Um, the flakes are nice and hold their own. They don't fall apart, which is nice. They come out looking like that. Let's load some of this up and see how it smokes. Today we're having our annual Savinelli Christmas event. So I've got my Savinelli Volcano autograph with me for the day. I love this pipe, and it is great for Virginias and Virginia Perique blends. Let's light this up and see what we got. Hmm, tasty. There's some spice to this right off the bat. Definitely those things I noticed in the tin note, um, the brown sugar sweetness, stone fruit. Those are right there on the palate. Um, Little spicy zing from the Perique. A little bit of earth to it, some coffee. Yeah, the Virginias are very, very dark and sweet and fruity with the help of the dark fire tobacco and the Perique. I have to tell you, I was a little concerned when I learned about this coming out that it was going to be very, very similar to um,
Yes.
Carolina Red Flake with Perique, which was released earlier this year, and then the Virginia Dark Fired part of it, um, very similar to Silver Jubilee with GLP's release this year. And sometimes you see a theme go where special blends are that are released throughout the year have very similar components. And I wondered how much this would taste like the others. Obviously, Carolina Red Flake with Perique doesn't have any dark fired in it, and Silver Jubilee doesn't have any Perique in it. There is a lot of overlap there. So I have been pleasantly surprised that this really does stand out as its own blend. Now that I'm a few minutes into it, the blend is getting a little bit creamier. Things are really starting to mellow out. That spice is still there, but it's not as sharp as it was with the first light of the pipe. And the smokiness of the dark fired and a little bit of the nuttiness from the dark fired Kentucky is coming out. and playing with those stone fruits and Perique. And of course, the Perique and its uh, spicy, raisiny kind of piquantness is playing very well with the other components in this. Very dark and rich. Wow, the Retrohaling has a lot going on too. Very, very spicy, um, smoky, uh, like a charred oak kind of taste to it, smell to it. Um, when you're using your nose, you know, so much of that hits your palate. And so sometimes I confuse smelling and tasting because it's all kind of one big thing. Your nose and your mouth are so interconnected. I know retrohaling is very difficult for some people to do, uh, but you really do um, both taste and smell a whole lot more of what's going on when you do that. So I recommend trying to do that every once in a while. You certainly don't need to do it all the time. Um, in fact, you might overwhelm your palate if you do it all the time. But every once in a while, try and retrohale by bringing smoke in your mouth and then exhaling it through your nose like this. There you go. You could see that one. And when I do that, I get some spice, I get some oakiness, some smokiness, and those aromas and flavors hang on my palate a little bit longer than if I was just pulling on the pipe. It's very, very interesting. There's a little bit of a citrusy quality too, which is very interesting with the smoke and nuts and stewed fruits and kind of raisiny spice that the Perique leaves behind. It makes for a very interesting, very complex kind of uh, sensation on the palate. And that smoky, charred note that the dark fired leaves definitely evokes uh, the smell of being at a bonfire. Look at all that nice smoke coming out of there. That's fantastic. The flavors are staying very consistent as I smoke through the bowl. Um, that kind of uh, stewed fruit, dark stewed fruit from the Virginias, the earthy, smoky, charry notes of the dark fired, and the raisiny um, Perique spice, uh, along with a little bit of citrus. And all that's kind of held together by this creamy undertone, which I think the Virginias bring to it. There's a little bit of breadiness to it too. It's very nuanced. It's very complex. There's a lot going on, a lot to make you sit and think about. This is a tobacco that um, you might want to just have a drink with and not be reading or watching TV or anything other than maybe listening to some music while you're smoking it, because there is a lot going on that you are probably just going to want to sit and think about and enjoy as you're smoking it. Well, people, Fires on the Levee uh, goes on sale next Tuesday, December 16th at 6 p.m. I have a feeling that this is going to be a annual release every year around Christmas time, maybe every other year. Who knows? You know, they don't necessarily at Cornell and Diehl release small batches every year, but this seems to be billed as a kind of a Christmas time smoke. And I have a feeling that that may be what they're going to be doing with this. It is very nice, very complex. It lit up really nice right out of the tin. I really haven't had to relight it again since I started. And very smoky, very enjoyable, and um, different enough from other recent releases that have similar components that I think it stands out on its own. So good job, Jeremy Reeves. You did it again. Very impressed. I love the artwork on the tin too. Um, 12,000 tins in this run. It's going to be a good one, I believe. It'll be great to have right around Christmas time. And I think you should get yourself a tin. As for me, I'm going to finish up smoking this and get ready for my Savinelli Christmas event, which starts in just a few hours. Hope you all have a great day, great Christmas, great holiday, and I'll see you soon. And that's not just blowing smoke.